So, I've said this before about sports. Not that I could ever be a GM, but it's something I would love to do. If I wouldn't have done this, I think people say, what would you do if you didn't do this? And I'd say it would be great to write a movie or be a GM of an NFL team, like things that would interest me. And I know Joe Douglas. He's the GM of the Jets. Met him about 2 years ago in Manhattan Beach. Really, really good guy. Very well respected by the people that I know in this business. And he inherited a mess with the Jets. The previous GM, I don't think, was very capable. But Joe Douglas has made it clear that he loves Jamal Adams, the safety. But he's also got to take calls. In the NFL, it's not just about, what you're paying. It's who you're paying. You got to pay a quarterback. I would pay for an elite corner or an edge rusher. Aaron Donald's worth of money, right? The interior lineman for the Rams. And so if you look at the Jets, if they pay Jamal Adams what he wants, their three biggest salaries are going to be safety, running back, and middle linebacker. That's not how you build dynasties. And the four, and I think Jamal Adams is great. In fact, here's who I believe the 10 best football players in the NFL are. Now, I'm not saying positionally. I believe the 10 best football players, people that can do multiple things at an A to an A-plus level. I think Russell Wilson's the best football player in the NFL. I think he leads. I think he's good pre-snap. I think he's a playmaker. I think he's a great thrower. I think he makes teammates better. I think he's accurate. I think he's the best football player in the world. I think Christian McCaffrey could be a wide receiver in this league. He runs the best routes. He's arguably the best running back. He's an unbelievably skilled football player. Aaron Donald can get you sacks, which it's really hard for an interior lineman to get sacks. He is doubled on every snap and gets sacks and stops the run. Patrick Mahomes, again, I'm getting the best arm in the league. I'm getting arm angles. I'm getting completion rate. He had multiple big runs in his playoff win. And again, I think he elevates people around him. I'd say George Kittle for the San Francisco 49ers. He's an excellent blocker. He's an excellent pass catcher. He's excellent in the red zone. And frankly, yards after the catch, he's a nightmare once he gets the football and he's mowing down on corners and safeties. I would put Jamal Adams 5 or 6. He's his position's the only one when the ball is snapped and you're watching the game on TV, that position's out of the frame. He blows guys up. He can defend the run. He's instinctive. He is a playmaker. I think Mike Evans, a wide receiver at Tampa, he's unbelievable in the red zone. He's great between the 20s. He's one of the top 3 blocking wide receivers in the NFL. He's a playmaker. He's good after the catch. I'd say Lamar Jackson, for obvious reasons. I think Ezekiel Elliott. Now, he's got some baggage, but I'd still put him in. He can run, he can block, and he can catch. And I think, you don't want to hear about Tom Brady. Now, I think Derwin James, if he played last year, I'd put him in. But I'll put in Tom Brady. Do you think he wins games with leadership, with accuracy, pre-snap, gets you out of problems, a culture builder? I still think he wins games for you on multiple levels. So I put Brady in there. But I think we have to acknowledge he's 43. Now, again, I think Derwin James is one of the 10 best football players in the NFL. He just didn't play enough last year. So I don't have enough resume stuff. But I put Jamal Adams in there. And I still think I'd have to consider trading him. Listen, in this league, the Jets only have one position solved, quarterback. And some of you don't even think Darnold's right. But they don't have a left tackle. Wildly important. They don't have a star receiver. They lost Robbie Anderson. They don't have an elite corner. I think they should draft 2. Those are massive positions. Left tackle, cover corner, edge rusher. They don't have them. They don't have them. And now they don't have, and I think wide receiver over the last 4 to 5 years because of rule changes, it's just more valuable. I mean, I always said wide receiver's kind of icing on the cake. It's the convertible sports car. It's fun, but as the weather gets cold, there's limitations. But I don't think anybody can deny they may not lead you to wins, but because of the rule changes that have been implemented by the NFL, the star wide receiver matters a lot now. I mean, they really do. They're just mismatches. You can move wide receivers anywhere on the field. And the Jets just don't have any of those solved. So I think sometimes, as much as I look at Jamal Adams, as long as you have Sam Darnold on this tiny contract for the next couple of years, you can't be patient. They don't have the draft picks to solve everything in this draft. How many years? And if you draft guys this year, remember this, you don't have OTAs. You don't have the fall camps as long, probably. So I'm not going to get as much out of my rookies this year. So if I'm the Jets and I want to solve stuff now, I think with Jamal Adams, you can get a draft pick and a starter. Can I give up, because I already have Marcus May, can I get a corner? Can I get a number 2 corner and a first-round pick for Jamal Adams so I can solve a corner issue? I get a second first-round pick where I can solve my left tackle issue and a wide receiver issue. I've solved 3 issues with one player. And more crucial positions, left tackle, wide receiver, and corner. I couldn't turn that down if I was a GM. If I got a first-round pick for him this year and somebody's number 2 or 3 corner, which would be good enough to be my number 2 corner, I would do it. And I love Jamal Adams. I think he's one of the 10 best players in the NFL. But I could then solve my left tackle issue in the draft. I can solve my wide receiver issue in the first round of the draft. And then you give me a corner, and I can draft another corner in the second round. I have solved 3 huge issues by not paying Jamal Adams. I would have to make that move. And I love Jamal Adams. Love him. Think he's fantastic.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.